I don't need any of these books. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Welcome back to my Sunday Book Declutter with me. It's been a while since I've done one, but these are going to be books that I have read since the last time, or thought about reading but decided not to, or maybe somebody was going to take them with Buy Nothing and they didn't ever come to pick them up. So let's see what we've got here. I did read this one. I don't remember if I had put this in the declutter pile. A couple of times I'd find a book and before somebody picked it up, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and read that. Or maybe nobody picked it up, so I went ahead and read it. So I did read this one. It was an interesting little book, and I enjoyed it. But it's time for that one to go. It's called Strudel Stories. It's all about a strudel recipe and how it was kind of handed down through the generations, more or less. And this is a little book. I've read this one a couple of times. It's got little inspirational, like a little essay, I guess you could call it. Different ones through here, and it's quite enjoyable. And I really enjoy Susie Taranto. She has a very good way of expressing things, a good point of view, good perspective. Always fun, colorful. I love the little wacky pictures. And I have bought her calendars a couple of times. So I've enjoyed this, but I'm going to go ahead and let it go. I don't think I'm ever going to look at it again. So and you know what? I might think to look at it again, but at this point, I'd rather just go ahead and pass it along so that someone else can enjoy this beautiful, wacky sense of seeing things. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let that one go. Now, this is one that I did have in my declutter pile, but it sat there for a little while, and so one day I decided to pull it out, and it's just got different essays in here about things, and so I didn't read it all at once. I read one here, one there, and I did finally finish it. So I think that would be an interesting book to pass along. And Anne of Green Gables. I had this one in my declutter pile, and several people in the comments said what a wonderful book it was. So I decided to go ahead and read it before I pass it along. So I'm going to stick it back into the declutter pile again. And all of these, I think, are going. By the way, I think they are. I don't think there's anything in here that I thought, nope, I need to keep it. The Cuckoo Clock. I have had this book for years, and it's not very big, but I just never took the time to read it. I finally did. I enjoyed the book very much. I love the little the artwork on it. I love the little cover on it, and so that was one of the reasons I was attracted to it, and I kept it. And you see it has some little pictures in it and stuff. But at this point in time, just like before, I am trying to be very judicious in what I am keeping. And while I do enjoy this cover, I'm not going to put it out anywhere and use it as art or anything like that. So I am going to go ahead and pass it along. This is another one. I just love the cover on this one. This is a very bloody, gruesome story. But I love this purple rose. I love the font here. I just think that's a gorgeous cover with drops of blood. So I do enjoy purple, and I had it. I mean, and I like writing and everything. And so for a long time I kept it, and I did have it sitting out so I could see it because it's so pretty. But I decided, because I know that this story is so bloody, I decided to just go ahead and let it go. But nobody, I don't think I put it in. I didn't have it in the box, any of the boxes when I gave away. I had 13 boxes left of the ones I had decluttered. I had many books had already been given away, but I think I had 13 boxes, copy paper size boxes left of books, and someone was starting one of those little free libraries, and so she came and took them all at the same time. But this one wasn't in there, and so but we're going to go ahead and find it a new home now. And this book, I read this one. This took me forever to read. It was a good little fun little book. It's not very big, but it just took me forever because I would just read a little here and a little there. And but I enjoyed it, and it was a fun little thing. It was just kind of like a hanging out kind of thing, getting to observe someone else's world. This is written, it's Nathaniel Hawthorne, and it is some stuff. It was like a diary, basically, he wrote, and so it got published as 20 Days with Julian and Little Bunny by Papa. And Julian was Nathaniel Hawthorne's son. And so it was just very interesting to read. I did enjoy it. It wasn't one of those that I was like, I can't put this down until I'm done. It wasn't like that. It was more just like fun hanging out type of thing. So I just read a little here and there, like I said. Now these two, I had these, I decluttered these, and someone on the Buy Nothing site said she wanted them, but then she didn't come pick them up. And so finally, I just took them back out of the bin and put them in this pile. And so those, I'm going to go ahead and, again, let those go. And let's see what else we got. This one is a book about cats. And there. Book about cats, Bubby? Yeah. Yeah, and so I think I've read some of it, but it's not one that I need to keep, so it can go. And I think I had 2 of these. And so I don't know if this is the one I had kept or if I still have one. Either way, this one is going. I think it's poems or stories or something. Yeah, looks like stories. And so we're going to go ahead and let that one go. Oh, I know what this one is. Boys and Girls of Bookland. So it's like excerpts from some stories, I think it is. And so it might be a little excerpt about a character. So like one chapter from a book or something like that in different books that have been written. So hopefully that makes sense. And then over here we have some bedtime stories. I love kids' books. I love bedtime stories and all that stuff. But I had so many. And so I think what I did was I read this one. I think this is one that I was going to go ahead and let go of, but I wanted to read it first, or some of it. I don't think I read all of it, but I read some of it. And then this was a good book. This was The House of Months and Years. So that was kind of an interesting one to read. I enjoyed that one. And then this one is Over the Moon, Book of Nursery Rhymes. And again, I read through a few of them, and then I was ready to let it go. And then I have a couple of Janet Ivanovich books. Now, in the past, I kept all of them. I had all of them. Everyone in this series had them all. And so finally, when I started decluttering, I think before I started my channel, before I started publishing videos, I had already let go of them, but I had every single one of those, and I had all of the ones by what's her name, anyway, Stephanie Plum, all those. I had the Stephanie Plum series, and now this is the Stephanie Plum. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Sue Grafton. Sue Grafton had the numbers like 1, 2, 3, and this one has she had the alphabet. I'm just so confused, sorry. One of them had the alphabet, one of them had, this one's the 1, 2, 3. The other one had the alphabet, so this is 28 and 29. So it has all of Sue Grafton, all of the Janet Ivanovich in their 2 series. They have more, but in those 2 series, and I've kept them all. And so finally I started letting them go, and now when I get them read, I go ahead and let them go. And I had both of these, I've read both of these since the last Sunday Book Declutter with me, so that's why they're both in here. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. That was a lot of rambling at the end there, sorry. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let all of these go. So I hope you, hey pumpkin, I hope you enjoyed this Sunday Book Declutter with me. Let me know what you have been reading and what books you've chosen to keep or which ones you're letting go of. Once upon a book was a picture worth its words. It held a secret story that may or may not have occurred. Those who stopped to listen always heard a different tone, because everyone who hears brings a story of their own. Don't hesitate to share when you finish with a book. Someone else would love to give that book another look. And while they're reading that one, you can move on to another. The stories never end, so the final word is declutter. What you doing, Pumpkin? Yeah? Are you going to declutter some stuff? Yeah. Are you ready to say bye, Bubby? Huh? Say happy reading and happy decluttering. Till next time. Bye-bye.